What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and tonight we're going to be talking about the new Zombies gameplay for Season 2 Reloaded, some surprises you may have missed, plus even more. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, drop a like, and also as a reminder, there's plenty of brand new content going up over on dkdynamite.com for those that want additional coverage for multiplayer, Warzone, and Zombies. Plus, we got plenty of tweets every single hour on Detonated's Twitter. There's actually quite a bit going on right now when it comes to Season 2 Reloaded marketing. Earlier this morning, the full blog post did end up dropping from Call of Duty. Made a separate video going through all of that, which is going to be linked down below, but I do have a bit of a Zombies focused video here for you guys tonight since additional gameplay did end up surfacing. We got some brand new images though of our new Dark Aether Rift coming on March 6th. So this is Syed City from Al Mazrah, once again turned into a zombified experience. You can specifically see the Syed shopping mall that is going to be, I think, one of the main areas here of the Rift. People out there are wondering though, what is going on with MWZ? Did they announce anything new that we didn't already know about? And the short answer is no, but we did get some more context on a couple of things I'm going to break down here in this video. Fingers crossed though, we don't have to wait until early May for Season 3 Reloaded to end up getting even more Modern Warfare 3 Zombies content. Hopefully Season 3, which begins at the beginning of April, does also provide some cool Zombies content for those that have been on the edge of their seats waiting for something new to grind out since, what, Season 1's launch? Season 1 Reloaded only ended up offering the Dokkaebi Warlord, and we have another Warlord here in the form of carries dropping in the Orlov military base, specifically in the Kill House area of that point of interest. So we have the new Warlord, and it's unclear if we're going to be seeing a new reward rift of any sorts that gives you something worthwhile for defeating her. I honestly doubt it. It'll probably just be like Dokkaebi, where there's a chance of a wonder weapon case or a high rarity weapon or even a blueprint that the Warlord is holding that you can't really exfil with or unlock, but that's probably all that's going to be in that reward rift. But don't forget about the 3 different schematics you're going to be able to unlock. One is the Mags of Holding stock option ability. The other one is a blood burner key if you want to use the Ether bike. And lastly, we have a schematic for the VR11 wonder weapon. So I'll be making a separate guide and full breakdown of how to unlock those schematics once the content does drop later this Wednesday. But apart from that, we got a beautiful new trailer today for Season 2 Reloaded Zombies. Was honestly surprised to see a zombies focused trailer. So as you guys can see, we got some nice animations and editing in the trailer here, a really awesome style from Call of Duty. And you can see some new skins being used, some of the skins that are releasing with our mid-season 2 update, and some that'll probably drop just before the start of Season 3. In case you guys were wondering what some of those operator skins were or some of the blueprints, they're all a part of some new cosmetics that have yet to be announced. But we can also see what appears to be EMP looking mimics and even EMP manglers. Now Treyarch previously announced at the start of Season 2 via a creator call that we're not going to be seeing any new perks or enemy types for the rest of MW3's life cycle, which is really disappointing news, but I guess we're still going to see EMP type variants of these familiar bosses. Obviously we've seen different colored HVTs in Cold War, even in MWZ. Yeah, if you're doing a bounty contract or something specific, you might see a red mangler or a red mimic or a red abomination, but this might take it a step further by adding in EMP HVTs. That might not get received well. I mean, I'm getting flashbacks to Exo Zombies from Advanced Warfare 2014. You guys probably know what I'm talking about, but we can also see some other new zombie models here in the trailer itself and some really creepy quotes like, "You have returned to us, we will be waiting." So just some hints at what's going to probably await us with the brand new Act 4 mission. It's going to be added here with Reloaded. The Act mission is going to take us straight into this new Dark Aether Rift. You have to do some objectives, there'll be some hints planted, and then once you complete that mission, there'll be other things you have to do in Urzikstan, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. But I'm really curious as to what will be incorporated with this new Rift, since it looks like we're just going to be seeing 3 new schematics, no other ones. I know Season 1 offered, I think it was 6 total. Since we're only going to see that, I wonder if there will be some secret rooms similar to the first Dark Aether Rift, where if you find some keys around the environment, you could use them to open up particular rooms that may have weapon cases, power-ups, or other goodies that we're just not aware of. Hopefully there's that level of depth with this new Rift, so there's more to cover and more to enjoy as a community. That's what I'm crossing my fingers for, since the first Dark Aether Rift was a bit of fun. I really enjoyed it. I think it was a must to have a Scorcher, as you also saw in the trailer. I think it was a must to have the Scorcher while being in there. It just helped you get away from tough situations because you're going up against, it was like tier 3, tier 4 zombies. But with that, it was cool to be able to use that Rift as an opportunity to stock up on more wonder weapon cases if you guys wanted them for other purposes. Now, obviously, the secret rooms in the first Dark Aether Rift did borrow the key system from DMZ. They were the exact same keys that open up the exact same rooms as we saw in MW2's life cycle. So I wouldn't be shocked if the same thing happens here with this new Al Mazrah section that is coming to MW Zombies. I'm also curious about a possible Sigil and Elder Sigil system that we may end up seeing here for this map. I'm sure if you guys are already holding on to Sigils, you could just go ahead and use them and go into the new Rift that way. Or there'll be some new Sigils that we have to unlock through a quest that is probably going to be on Urzikstan. As you guys can see in the blog post, it does say, after completing a new story mission, a fresh Dark Aether Rift experience awaits. Keep your eyes open, follow the cryptic clues, and complete time tasks to unlock access to the Rift Gate. So that's our first clue as to how to get back into that rift outside of the Act 4 mission, which brings us in by default. So yeah, there'll be something we have to do on Urzikstan that I guess requires a series of time tasks, and then once you do those, I guess you get a special sigil or something that you'll probably end up inputting in the same Dark Aether Rift over in the tier 3 area of the map. That's probably what's going to happen, unless there's a different area of the map where you can enter this new rift at. We're just going to have to wait and see. Now before we continue, I just wanted to remind you about MitchCactus.com, where you can get assistance grinding camos, nukes, or schematics in MW3. These guys do not use unlock tools or any bannable methods and will actually help you play the game. MitchCactus is also supported by Trustpilot with over 10,000 verified reviews. You can use code Dynamite for a limited time to save 5% off your order. But I almost don't feel like we're going to see an Elder Sigil system for this second rift, considering there aren't any other schematics we can unlock, unless there's some surprise ones that we don't know about yet. There wouldn't really be a reason to have an Elder Sigil version of this Dark Aether Rift, since you're not going to be able to really get anything unlocked by doing the contracts in that harder version of the experience. So maybe it's just going to be the regular Sigil and a regular version of the second rift this time around, but I'm not opposed to seeing 6 schematics added per season to where you have more to grind for, depending on the difficulty that you take part in for whatever the new rift is. So let me know how you feel about that down below. But I'm also curious, right? Something that wasn't really teased at all in the blog post, but it's something that also wasn't mentioned either in the Season 1 blog post, is the possibility of a separate side quest and even a separate boss fight, right? We had the Red Worm Easter egg added during Season 1. That wasn't hinted at or teased at all in the blog post, but there were a few glimpses in the Season 1 Zombies trailer that showed us a Red Worm. That was the only reason we knew that something like that did exist, and there was a tease in the Season 1 creator call that there was a certain icon we had to look out for on the map, which ended up being the icon for the Red Worm. So we got those teasers, but this time around there hasn't been anything really played around with via the Season 2 trailer or even in the blog post that suggests there's something else aside from this new Dark Aether Rift. So don't get your hopes up for anything else apart from what got announced as of today, but never say never to more surprises. And if not with March 6th, then maybe there are some surprises up Infinity Ward or High Moon Sleeve. You know, the people that are working on MWZ right now, maybe there's surprises up their sleeve that we're not going to see until the launch window of Season 3, which I'd much rather them save some content for, so that we're not waiting another half season to go ahead and get some zombies content again. Because if they're going to just start updating zombies with reloaded updates only, then we're going to have to wait until early to mid-May for Season 3 Reloaded. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave your thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on the brand new gameplay that we got earlier today for Season 2 Reloaded Zombies? Again, just to reiterate, the content itself is kind of what we already knew, but we got some more context on a couple of things that I do appreciate. I'm still going to cover it. It's probably going to be a ton of fun. Hope to see you guys on stream this Wednesday. We're going to go through zombies first, then whatever new secrets do await us over on Fortune's Keep. But overall, look, in a perfect world, Treyarch would have been able to maybe hire more people or work with other studios a little bit more closely to ensure that MWZ gets banger content nearly every seasonal update. There's also layoffs going around, so that's probably not helping the studios either. But yeah, I think they would have went with the DMZ approach, where every other update provides us with a new map to play on, and the updates in between are big content overhauls and expansions and upgrade systems. That would have been great, but that's just not what it is. Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everybody.